Thanks, Peg. For the record, I said, don't put me after the spoken word guy. There, that's fine. That's fine, I'll do my best. That was good, Jason. Good stuff. Set Right Road is the name of the book. We've only got 3 left here, so get them one on. It launched in January.
But there are 3, but we can also, if
Oh, no,
you
yeah.
want to get them, we'll send them to you, so you can get them.
You can get them in a bookstore, you can get them on Amazon, they're all over the place. I'm going to read a story called Just a Thing. I sniffed paint thinner in Bobby the Killer's garage. I'm supposed to be mowing the lawn and he'll be pissed. I'm only living with him because he's banging my Aunt Haley and she has custody. They met when he fixed the tranny on her car, a 2-door, 4-cylinder rice burner with a hatchback. She couldn't get it out of first gear. He's got a little shop in a barn behind the garage where I'm sitting on a stack of studded snow tires and looking out the busted window. The sky is strange, a crack of blue and clouds and pink. The glass-faced thermometer reads 99 degrees and the humidity is always a bitch this time of year. I can hear him pounding on an alternator with a rubber mallet. It's an old red rusted Jeep. It's just me and Bobby right now, because Aunt Haley's slinging beers over the VFW. She used to dance at the Castaway Lounge, but the Greek told her she was too fat for that anymore. She cried from bed for 3 days straight, and then she met Bobby. He just moved down from Turner's Falls. He's different, she said to me. It's going to be different, you'll see. Maybe I don't want it to be different, but this might be just the thing. Those are only words, I said, and you used the exact same ones last time. Well, that conversation was 2 months ago, and now I guess we're all settled in. I look at the lawnmower, and it's not moving. I look at the grass outside, and it's not getting any shorter. We don't have much of a yard, really. Patches of green and dirt and stones and little tufts of blonde that remind me of cunt hair. Tools hang from the wall on nails bent this way and that. A bag of fertilizer, some weed choker, a red gas can, a few old buckets of paint. I always know when Bobby the Killer's nearby, because he smokes skinny drugstore cigars called Swisher Sweets, and he stinks of them. Right now, he's standing in the doorway with his thumbs in his pockets. The knuckles are missing skin. His arms are missing pigment. What the fuck, he says, shaking his head. I tell him I'm taking a break. He makes a fist with his right hand, like in slow motion, holding it down by his hip. And he opens it and shakes his fingers loose like from a spider web nobody else can see. A blue vein throbs on the side of his cow skull head. A cigar sticks out from the straight line that is his mouth. He chews the end of it, looks at me for a minute. I smile at him, but not nice. Bobby turns away and grabs an orange box from under the workbench. It's heavy plastic with metal latches smudged with axle grease. His name is printed on top in black magic marker. He pops it open, grabs an adjustable wrench, stares at it, thinking about what to say to me, what to do about me. I know for a fact that he wants to bury that wrench in my face. Bobby the Killer wants to do me harm. But that will land him in the doghouse, so he retreats. That fucking lawn won't mow itself, he spits on his way out. I try to picture the lawn mowing itself, and I laugh out loud. Loud enough so he can hear me, the silly redneck fuck. Then I go inside to take a nap, because it's too goddamn hot for chores anyhow. And plus my brain is beginning to shut down from all that stuff I inhaled. When I wake up, it's dark and quiet, which means Aunt Haley's working another double shift and Bobby the Killer is losing at cards and getting shit-faced drunk at the Polish club with all the other old guys in town. The air is a bit more bearable when the sun goes down. There's a mason jar in the fridge full of pickled eggs floating in pissy brine. Bobby's mom makes them for him and his sister who lives in town too. I take one, and then another, and I don't stop until the whole jar is gone. A few minutes later, Brenda Pisnacki is knocking at my door. She's wearing strawberry lip gloss and a wife beater and black short shorts. Pearls of sweat on her shoulders and chest like a necklace. I know her from school, which I don't always go to for all the usual reasons. And she bats her eyes at me, something she got from MTV. Hey, I say, you here for your lesson? Yeah, she says. I open the door wide so she can come in. I tell her to follow me to my room. I'm teaching how to suck a dick back there. She smiles and blushes and snaps her bubble gum with her tongue. We go into my closet and study up on some of Bobby the Killer's porn. Afterward, I tell her she's getting much better. Loads of improvement, I say. She's very pleased. Among other things, Brenda is a perfectionist. I pull up my pants and we smoke a joint that tastes skunky and watch cartoons. Tom and Jerry crack me up. Always into some shit. Brenda craves French fries and chocolate frap, so I take cash from the drawer in the kitchen where Aunt Haley hides her tips. I get my BMX bike from the garage and she sits on the handlebars and we ride down the middle of Pleasant Street against a warm breeze that carries with it green-eyed horse flies and the chemical smell of the tannery. Now I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit here. They get their fries and their shakes. They go back to the house, they get a little high, fall asleep, we fool around with them. When they fall asleep, and then he wakes up on the couch. I open my eyes, and Bobby the Killer is naked. And Brenda is crying, and Aunt Haley has a bone-handled pistola. The living room is mostly dark, but for the blue light of the television, I'm sitting on the couch in my tidy whities. And Aunt Haley's looking at me, but pointing the gun at Bobby, who in turn is trying to hide behind Brenda. Brenda's shorts are around her ankles, but she's covering up her bare tits. I smell gasoline and the pink goop that Bobby uses to clean his hands. And I smell someone else's sex, which is another clue as to what's going on here. It's surprising to me, but not unbelievable. The only sound is Brenda sobbing and a high-pitched hum from the off-air station on the television. There's an empty rubber hanging off the end of Bobby's limp dick. He pisses himself in fear. The rubber fills up and falls off, splat. And I'm the only one who seems to notice. Well, Aunt Haley says to me, it seems she has asked me a question and is waiting for an answer. What do you got to say for yourself, she says. I don't know what to say to her. I'm still trying to piece it all together. Pouring your little slut out to Bobby, she says. And I laugh out loud. Look at her, she says. How could she resist? I look at Brenda, and Aunt Haley's right. She's beautiful, and maybe I have created some kind of monster. Brenda looks at me and tells me she's sorry, but I don't really care about that. Not at all, I don't. Aunt Haley's gun hand is shaking, and Bobby is shaking too, and he puts his hands over his cock as though that'll help. A dog starts barking in some backyard somewhere, and that gets a whole gang of dogs going like a strange and far-flung church choir. Well, I finally say to Aunt Haley, he ain't so different now, is he? You always want different, but nothing ever is. Excellent.